What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Michael. Welcome to MC Niger. I look like an alpha. Let me off this. Okay, guys. I see my hair. It looks good. Alright, thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. So I wanted to show you guys something cool. I hope you've seen everything. So that's why I just needed to. I did this hair for you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Now let's go back to the topic. Welcome to turning $20 into $100,000, episode 4. Now, on Monday we took a trade and we had a loss. On Tuesday we took 2 trades and we had losses. For those 3 trades, I was risking 1% each, so I was down $150, which was 3%. Then on Wednesday, I took this trade. It went 1 to 5 hour, but I came out 1 to 3 out. And you can see, look at how I forecasted the trades. As I said, the market is only seeking liquidity. And we recovered our $150 loss back to break even. Now, what I've noticed is, you guys should be looking, I'm using my experience to teach you guys a lot. You guys should be journaling this. NFP week is more profitable than CPI week. When it's CPI week, most people don't trade. But me, I trade high impact news. So if I see a trade setup for CPI, I'll take it. But in NF, like the days before the NFP day release, is always good based on monthly back testing and forward testing and live trades I've taken so far. So I've seen that NFP week. You can look at my week 3 videos, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was great before NFP day. So, but for CPIs, I've noticed that the weeks are always just, you can see the chart, it's just ranging or just consolidating. Understand? Why I was able to take that trade is because I went to trade the NZD interest rate release, and I was able to, with my analysis, I was able to forecast a sell, and I sold. As ICT said, regardless of what the news is saying, all you are trading is liquidity. I targeted the liquidity above. I waited for price to take that, although it didn't take it, but I built a space to cover it. You can see my stop loss or 10 pip stop loss in case it spike into it, which it didn't. Price was so bearish that it didn't, and it went to TP straight up. Now, what am I trying to say? I have a model that I used to trade news. A lot of people will not get it until what? There's evidence. Evidence, payouts, then buy your Lambo, buy your house and Ferrari and blah, blah, blah. I'm not forcing anybody, but I think I've done, people are asking me do video. I've checked my videos. Check this one where I say ICT made me profitable. And I think I'll put the screenshots all over. So these patterns repeat itself over and over and over again. So now, I told you in my last video I'll be conscious of risk management. You can see I was. Actually, I would have passed this account today, but I didn't stack. I told you I'm going to stop stacking. I didn't stack, and I just recovered my $150 back. If I actually left it to full TP, I'll have been 103% up because it went like 1 to 6 hours. But I was just targeting to recover my loss, which is 3 hours, and I went 1 to 3 and trade out. So now, I'm paying more attention to risk management, and as from today, now I've discovered from my journaling that CPI week are not profitable. I'll prefer to trade NFP week. That's like the days before NFP release. Yeah. Because CPI weeks, they will just be consolidated. So that's what I've discovered. You can jot that down. Now, let's see, tomorrow is Thursday. We have GDP interest and GDP news released by 7 and CPI by 1:30. That is 8:30 New York session. Question I'm asking myself, Michael, can you pass phase 1 and phase 2 tomorrow? We shall see. So hopefully, if I be able to catch the GDP news, I should be able to pass phase 1. Then in the afternoon, one thing I love about Marvin, they give you the account instantly for phase 2. And God willing, if you catch CPI, we've passed phase 2 straight to life. But anyway, let's not give ourselves too much hope. The main thing is process over profits. If you see our setup, we take it with what? Proper risk management. That's after that. See you guys in episode. See you guys in the next slide. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Michael. Welcome to Friday, July 2024. Yeah, today is the last day of the week. Yeah. So now continue my documentation on week 4, turning $20 to $100,000. Yes. You know, I told you in the last slide that on Thursday, are we gonna pass phase 1 and phase 2? Let's see. So on Thursday in the morning, there was no trade because my model for the day, for that morning, didn't show up, which is always attacking liquidity. Understand? So the GDP news, there was nothing to trade off it. So although I predicted that it was going to sweep, look at the screenshots, so it's going to go and sweep the liquidity at the top place, which it did. Understand? One thing I've come to understand in my strategy is if there's no liquidity sweep, don't enter. If there's no liquidity sweep before the news is being released, the news will attack the liquidity. So if there's liquidity sweep before news release, always look for bigger liquidity on higher time frame, which is 1 hour or 4 hour time frame. So that morning there was no liquidity sweep, and so my model was not tradable, so I just stopped trading. Then in the afternoon, the CPI news, guess it. Okay, I've already posted it on my community post and in my Telegram. I actually shared the signal in my Telegram and in my Twitter. If you want to follow me on that, link in the description of this video. You see all my social handles. Follow me there because I drop signal not all the time, but once in a while. So I forecasted that there was gonna be GDP buy, understand, and look at the screenshot, look at the steps, understand, and it was crazy. It is crazy. Like right now, my model is how will I put it? For now, I'm not seeing any further. Like ICT said, nobody can master the market, but for now, there's no any other things I need to add or because this is what I've been trying for like 3 months to find out to catch USDCP. I used to catch it before, be with my model. Then there are some criteria that I had to learn inside my model to tweak it one in a way that, okay, if I see, I used to say like 90% of the time if price is below New York Midnight Open, you buy. If price is above New York Midnight Open, you sell. People that know my strategy, go and watch these videos where I said ICT made me profitable. All these videos are on my YouTube channel. I've explained my strategy already. So there are some days that even though the price is below New York Midnight Open, it will sell. Those are the 10% days. So like if you watch this CPI, understand, price was above New York Midnight Open, and normally 90% of the time is to sell. But the trick is, if you are trading it like that, you are just trading pattern. Understand? What you need to do is, first of all, the priority is where is the closest liquidity. Like ICT used to say, target the closest liquidity. Because if you look at GDP, you also see liquidity in the downside. But you need to, okay, what's the market doing? It's trending. First of all, the news that was released about GDP in the morning was 4%. Like, it was very, very bullish. And then I now looked above again and I saw higher time frame, fair value gap, 4 hour, look at the screenshot, 4 hour fair value gap. And I was like, no. Price cannot come all the way to this height and decide to just dump like that. So there have to be a narrative. You understand? It's not just trading pattern. No, if I see this, I see this. No. You have to like, what is the narrative behind it? Why am I buying? Why am I selling? You understand? Like, I think that's what separates beginner traders from people that are already successful in this industry. They're not just trading it because I see my model is telling me this. Like, there have to be a narrative before you take a trade. So my own narrative in my own model is always looking for liquidity, because I said its price is only creating imbalances and what, taking it back. So I saw the liquidity above GDP and I'm like, oh, that boy is going there. And I was able to see my setup to buy into the liquidity, which it did. But here it is. The profirm I'm trading, Marvin, there's a rule that they call time-based rule, in which that you have to enter 3 minutes before the news and you must be in the trade 3 minutes after the news release. I did it. I entered the trade way back, like 30 minutes, you understand, because I use buy stops, you understand. But before I explain that, let me break down. So the trade went crazy. It went my direction, it went crazy, and their system closed my trade. The only reason I can say their system closed my trade is I was making too much money. As funny as crazy as that sound is, that they say make 400% to pass phase one. I made, look at the screenshot, I made $1,500, and they closed it before 3 minutes, and they still put the blame on me that I'm the one that closed it. I talked to their customer care. They were like, their system closed it. I'm like, your system closed it, I'm not the one that closed it. So why? They said I failed the challenge because of news. The trade was closed in less than 3 minutes. I'm not the one that closed it, but it was like it's gonna give me another challenge. I was just happy that they gave me another challenge, but I was talking to some of my friends and they were so annoyed, and even me, I'm beginning to get annoyed, because in their website they said news trading is allowed, you understand, and I knew the rule that to enter kini. So even when the news kini spike, I was just waiting, okay, let me wait for 5 minutes later, I'll now close. But they are the one that closed it, their system closed it. So now I'm stuck in the middle of like, what's going on here? Like, I'm not the one that closed the trade. Although what I've learned, because I used buy stop, I didn't enter initially. So what I have to be doing now is to enter the trade like 5 minutes before the renews. I take my risks, I enter the trade like what I did on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, how I manage my risks properly. Understand? I also wanted to pass the profirm in style, you understand? So that's why I went to Stack, and it was Q Banks that cost it. I watched his podcast on what was this guy, the traders podcast. This guy, I forgot his name. He reviews all top traders, and it was like, if you use 1%, you're a bitch. So I went to go and Stack lot size. Look at the screenshots. I went to go and start looking at that. I know this direction is going my direction, and boom, it went crazy. And it made like, if they didn't close the system, that I would have made 10k dollars, like crazy. Because if you look at it, 200, like it just went 2 hours for each, you understand? And it's not everything that they even opened. So it was just crazy that it happened that way. Anyway, they gave me another account, and they said that they are not going to use that to review it because their system closed it. So to beat their system, I need to be entering 5 minutes before the news release. So 5 minutes before the news release, and I'm not gonna be stacking. Like, now I've seen that stacking, even though it's positive or negative, the profirm I'm dealing with right now, I need to walk around their rules. I know a lot of people will be angry that why they do this, but one thing in life is, when something happens, you need to, okay, how will I move forward? You understand? Like, they are the cheapest in the industry, and they pay. You understand? So, and they don't have this consistency rule like other people. You understand? So I think they're still the best that offers what I want, and I'm just gonna walk around their rules. You understand? I've passed that phase one like twice already, so it's not any big deal. You understand? So that's that on that. I passed phase one, but I was not processing to phase two because news timing caught up with my trade. So yeah. Now, guys, I've gotten to a stage now that I know this stuff works. I know when to trade. Like, CPI days, don't trade till CPI. NFP, you can trade the days before NFP, but don't trade NFP. That's my rule now. I don't want to trade NFP because NFP spikes is not a very good setup. While other trading days, that are red folder days, wait for pure ATM setup. Like, you know my ATM setup, I've talked about it in this YouTube channel, understand? Then the news that, okay, we'll take high risks and put our stop loss, understand, and target our profits. CPI, interest rate. Look at that NZD trade I took, understand, this week. Interest rates, CPIs, yeah, those two are very, very, I've seen them that they are very, very good, understand? So as I said, I'm a news trader, and I use ICT concepts to create my own model that works for me. Even ICT does not agree with me, but as ICT said, nobody can master the market, understand? So, and when he was teaching us the 2022 model, we said some people are going to take my strategy and turn it into something for their own, which I've did, understand? So right now, I just want to scale up. That's why I started this $20 to $100,000. As I said it in my last videos, as unrealistic as it is, I know it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. So Next week we go again with the accounts. Risk management unchecked. You can see I said what I said in my last video. Risk management uncheck. Waiting for A+ setup, and keep going, keep going, keep going. So that's that on that, guys. Do well to like, subscribe, follow me on my social media in the description below. I'll see you guys in week 4. I hope we have passed by then. We'll have passed phase 1 and phase 2, and maybe trading live account already. So, but you guys can see the progress, you understand, and you can see that every week there's something new. There's something, we are getting better, 1% better. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's that on that, guys. I'll catch you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Peace out.